All righty. So I did a top 10 power forward list, and some of these guys y'all may think are small forwards. I have them in there as well because they are listed as a power forward or they start at power forward for their team potentially. So with that, I'm going to go from start with my honorable mentions. Depending on how you look at it, I didn't know what position to put him at. I had Scotty Barnes because a lot of sites they had him as a power forward. So I had him as my honorable mention at 13. At 12, I had Jeremy Grant. He just got a big bag, and I think it obviously, money's been flying around, and Rich Paul helps with those contracts, but he is about as much as
Rich
a
Paul has
typical
agent?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so he was a part of the big Rich Paul spree. So with that being said, I think Jeremy Grant, he's a hell of a player there at number 12. And then at number 11, I really hated this, but I can't really deny it because of this. Some of this has to do with legacy still. I had Draymond there just because he still has clearly had a high value, obviously, still, and another Rich Paul deal. So with all that being said, getting into the top 10, I got Evan Mobley, Banchero, Markkanen, Siakam, Jackson, Randall, Zion, AD, KD, and big old mean motherfucking Giannis. We can, y'all let me know what y'all thinking
hang
back
on.
there. But
Can you go back through 8 through 4?
yeah, sorry, a little too fast. Gotcha. So 8 through 4 would be Markkanen, Siakam, Jackson Jr.
Wait, JJJ?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Randall,
Yep.
and Zion.
Did you list Sabonis as a power forward or no?
I had him as a center because he is the starting center on the Kings, but he was that's what I know. Some people could consider him power forward. I kind of consider him a center because he's the paint presence for them.
So you had Giannis, KD, AD is your top 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had Zion at 4.
Zion at 4. I know
and then you had Randall.
Some questions there.
You had Randall at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaren Jackson, Siakam, and Markkanen.
Yep.
And who was your 9 and 10?
9 and 10, Banchero and Mobley. And honest to God, there's a chance by the end of this season, Paolo Banchero is ahead of Julius Randle at number 5, depending on how he develops.
There's a chance he's at number 4.
Did you not have Aaron Gordon in your honorable mention or anything?
So I thought about it there, but honestly, my main thing with him is that in terms of the legacy, I felt like this was kind of his first real come out year. And I don't love Draymond, but I can't really hate. I kind of have to respect him at the same time because he has a clear value in this league. And I think that's just very rare to have his type of player. So he was in my honorable mention. And I would say for probably the past 5 years, he's usually in that top 10. So I don't think he's fallen off a cliff. He's just, definitely not as talented as these guys, but in terms of being a top tier player and performer in the NBA, I got to pay some respect to him there.
Yeah, I would have my list kind of similar. I would have Siakam ahead of Julius Randle. I just think Siakam gives you a lot more defensively. As a scorer, I think they're almost the same. Julius Randle's a better playmaker. I just don't really like Julius Randle as a player. Like in the playoffs too, we just saw him take so many stupid shots. Like if Randle is really trying to play his game right, he's good. But I think a lot of time he just wants to settle for these mid-range jumpers, which he's not great at. And is Randle great at defense? I really don't know.
He's not.
He's like a Jokic.
Yeah.
So he's mid-tier,
he's strong.
pretty much.
You're not gonna move him around super easily, but he's also not gonna be like a paint presence, I would say.
Yeah, I don't really have any problem. I would have Siakam a little bit higher. Beyond that, I mean, I would kind of have it around the same type of deal.
Yeah. Jaren Jackson, I mean, I was thinking about switching JJJ and Julius Randle for a little bit. I don't know. Part of me thinks if Julius Randle and JJJ played one-on-one together, if I had the best version of each other, I kind of think Julian Randle will win because he has more of like a bag and a package to his game. But that's also, I have a thing too, which keep in mind with power forwards that are playmakers that can dribble and create. So I kind of value that ahead of anything for power forwards, honestly. And so that's probably why I have Draymond in there, is because he does much more than your typical power forward would. Also, But then with that being said, I love playmaking big men who can dribble and pass a little bit. So pretty much my entire one, other than AD, is not really a passer by any means. And Zion, that's a whole nother subject. But if he's right when he's good to go,
Yeah,
Pelicans were fucking
Yeah, I think Zion's one. You could have him at 4. You could have him at like 8 or 9.
Yeah,
Just,
you could have him at 8. It's just value potential or what. So
yeah, if I'm getting 2 seed Pelicans, I like Zion at 4. That's for sure.
I think I would still have Draymond in there over. I don't think Paulo deserves to be in there yet. Paulo was awesome. He deserved Rookie of the Year. He was inefficient as hell. And he was on a shitty ass team. I mean, actually, the Magic weren't terrible. He was on a shitty team. I think Draymond deserves to be in there over Paulo. Paulo's still a rookie. You're right, though. I think Paulo could be 5 at the end of next season. I think Mobley could be 5 too. Only other thing is I'd probably have Siakam over Randall and Jaren Jackson. Although Jaren Jackson is so damn good at defense that
I know. Yeah.
And Randall's a better offensive player. I think Siakam's kind of the mix of both. So.
Yeah. And that kind of goes back to what I said, like with Paolo, I really like the playmaking big guy that can do a lot more than just be a big man down there. That's, 3-and-D stretch 4. Paolo is fucking filthy. So that's why I kind of put him in the top 10 is that he could cook maybe not all of them, but he could cook most of these guys in the top 10 in a one-on-one game. And I kind of respect the fuck out of that being a power forward. So that's why I got him in there. Draymond, he was number 11 for a reason. I mean, I almost put him ahead of Mobley there because he also does so much, but Mobley is a motherfucker on defense. And his upside was definitely part of me playing him in there. But he is, if he had to just be the guy on a team, I think he easily could. He just doesn't really have to be on that Cleveland team. So I'm kind of playing a little respect to his upside.
I'm still waiting on Mobley. I mean, I think Mobley's amazing. I think he's one of the best pieces in the league.
Right.
But he needs to develop offensively. I mean, he's great. He can give me 14, 15, but I think we're all expecting Mobley to be like Tim Duncan level player. Like we're expecting him to be a 22, 12, 3-block a game guy for his career.
Yep.
Exactly. I think we're still waiting on that. But I do think that's still going to happen. So once that happens, he's gonna pull.
And then, that's the thing. Like by the time the season starts, I mean, you could easily see Lauri Markkanen. If he gets better from last year, I mean, he's gonna have to jump Julius Randle, Pat, Spicy P, and Jaren Jackson. Yeah, I mean, if he gets better off of last year, or if he has the same year, I think he's still a top 10 guy on my list regardless. But I mean, he was an all-star. But I mean, honestly, he has, I would say, the bottom 3 of that list easily, depending on how the season goes and starts, easily could all get in right there behind AD and in any fucking order, really, those 3. I mean, I kind of flipped those 3 other than Markkanen, giving him the all-star kudos, sticking in front of Mobley and Banchero. But yeah, that's I just love a playmaking big guy. So that's kind of what I did a little bit of my ranking based off, was having big guys that can do things that not a lot of other big guys or 4s are doing, other than just like hunkering in the paint and shooting the occasional 3. I like some dynamicness to my power forwards in the top 10.
Dynamicness, love it.
Yes, sir.
Can't go against sheer dominance, though, baby. AD,
that's true.
Giannis, come on.
I know they're just too good. All good. But yeah, KD, obviously, I mean, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, KD, AD, like depending on what you look at. But I like I said, I respect the playmaking ability, so that's why I got KD. He's just more skilled, obviously.
You wanna run through your top 10 real quick, just a quick hitter, real quick.
Yeah. So number 10, we got Mobley. Number 9, we got Banchero. 8, Markkanen. 7, Siakam. 6, JJ or Jackson Jr. 5, Randall. 4, Zion. 3, AD. 2, KD. 1, Giannis.
Beautiful.
You can't really argue with Giannis much. That was